You're live.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our RO Hardin Town Hall. And we are just ready to start uh, our transition from distance learning to what we are calling our hybrid model. And so today's presentation is focused on what it will look like here at RO Hardin. And so to start off, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Lilia Espinosa. I'm the principal here at RO Hardin, and I'm going to hand it over there to Ms. Vallejo.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm Gabriela Vallejo, and I am the assistant principal here at ROH. Welcome.
So we're hoping that we're able to answer any questions that you might have. There is a phone number that is available to for you to be able to call. I believe that's down on the screen somewhere there. So please, if you have any questions, give us a call here at the phone number that you see there on your screen, or you can put it into the chat and Ms. Vallejo will be answering those phone calls and then chiming in as we get going here. So I have a presentation that I'd like to share with all of you. And as we go through, I'll stop and see if we've got any questions. All right, well, let's get started here. I'm going to share my screen with all of you here. And here we go. So again, this is our welcoming of our reopening. And our focus is going to be on our safety protocols, our schedule that we'll be running, and of course, any questions that you might have. Let me see. There we go. So again, we want to thank you for joining us today as we talk about our transition of our distance learning into our in-person instruction. So coming back onto the RO Hardin site. Again, my name is Lilia Espinosa, principal here, and Gabriela Vallejo, our assistant principal here. And really quick, I just want to let you know it is Assistant Principals Week. So a huge shout out and a thank you to Ms. Vallejo for doing the work that she does here on the RO Hardin campus. And so this is her week, and we're so very grateful for the work that she does here at RO Hardin.
Thank you, Ms. Espinosa. I appreciate that.
So safety, our student safety is our top priority. We have been actually for the last year. We've been focused on how will we be coming back onto the campus, and how can we ensure that our students are completely safe and our staff is completely safe as we transition back onto the campus. And so there has been a lot of preparation for this moment. And so we've got everything from we've got air purifiers in every single classroom. We've got hand sanitizers that have been mounted onto the walls. We have temperature checkers as we walk into the site. I think just everything and anything that that we can think of up to this point, we've taken from other schools that have already opened, and then applied that also to all across our district. And so we know that we are ready to roll, and of course we'll make adjustments along the way. And so super important, all of our students must wear a face mask. And so make sure that that your child is ready to come in with a face mask, and that face mask needs to cover the nose and the mouth. And if you've got any extras that, just in case it falls or it breaks, sometimes these little strings here break, maybe stick a couple of extras in your pocket so that they're ready to pull one out and throw the other away, or put it away for later. And so just make sure that they come with one. And if they do not come with one, every classroom has face masks to to hand out to students in case they do not have one. Our staff will also be wearing face masks, and so we'll take care of that on our end there. We're going to remind our students to keep a social distance from others while on campus. And actually, when they walk onto campus, they'll be directed to go straight into their classrooms. And so we're not going to be using the blacktop or our playground structure just yet. Right now, we're going to just make our way and get into the classrooms and start to reconnect with being in a classroom. We will also make sure that all of our students have their own individual supplies and materials while working in their classroom. And so we are not going to be doing any sharing of scissors or pencils or anything like that. We're going to ensure that all of our students have their own personal materials kept either in their cubby or in their desk. Unfortunately, we will not be allowing visitors onto campus. We want to make sure that we keep our campus limited to our students and our staff. And so as you come in to drop off your student, just know you're going to be saying goodbye at the gate and then coming back to pick them up in just a few hours. All right. We will not be serving any food or handing out any snack while on campus, although we will continue with our Monday meal service. And so that service will continue. You come onto the site on Mondays between 10 and 6. We'll be serving up meals then, and you'll be able to take that home. But for the 2 hours that they're on campus, we won't be serving any food. So all classrooms, restrooms, gate handles, we've got an hour between our two sessions where our staff, our custodial staff, will be working on sanitizing. They bought these commercial grade misters that allow them to, takes them about 3 to 5 minutes per classroom to sanitize the whole entire classroom with this mist. And so it sits there, and then we're ready to welcome the second session in. So that's our safety.
Miss,
Any questions?
There is. We have Lola's mom. She wants to know, will we need to supply our students with supplies?
No. So you will not need to supply your students with anything. I know that a lot of our teachers have already placed their orders for another round of, I know that they gave a lot of supplies out at the beginning. And so what we're going to be doing is providing that here on campus. So yeah, they'll be getting that, their supplies here that they'll keep here on campus. And then some teachers are doing boxes. And what we're doing is giving, we ordered some more of the little bags that they've been putting their homework stuff in. And so we'll provide that as well for teachers that want to do that piece. Anything else, Ms. Vallejo?
No, that was the, there is one. So there's a question that I think it's Litsy's mom quiere preguntar una pregunta. ¿Van a llevar lápiz o cosas de la casa? So she's asking if they're going to bring anything from home.
Perfect. Muy bien, eso me recuerda pues que también necesitamos proveer nuestra información en español. Entonces, nada más para darles un resumen aquí acerca de los medios de seguridad que vamos a estar tomando para poder proveer un ambiente seguro para nuestros estudiantes, pero al igual para nuestros empleados de aquí, de nuestra escuela. Claro, cada estudiante va a ocupar traer su mascarilla. Vamos a estar recordándoles a los estudiantes que necesitan mantener la distancia social. Todos los estudiantes les vamos a proveer aquí en la escuela los útiles que van a ocupar para poder mantener las tijeras, el lápiz, las crayolas, todo eso se les va a proveer para que lo mantengan aquí en la escuela. Entonces, muchos de los maestros han proveído esos materiales y eso se queda en la casa. Entonces, aquí en la escuela les vamos a proveer lo demás y también los maestros les van a dar más instrucción. Si hay algo, algo más que ocupan los maestros, ellos le dan a saber también. No vamos a poder tener voluntarios, visitantes dentro de nuestra escuela. Igual es para protegerlos tanto a ustedes como a nuestro personal y a nuestros estudiantes. Entonces esperamos pues vayan todos pues a vacunarse para poder tenerlos aquí otra vez. No vamos a estar comiendo dentro del salón y también todos los salones, los baños, las puertas aquí enfrente van a estar entre medio de las dos sesiones y después de las sesiones van a estar limpiando con un aparato pues que compraron para poder estar haciendo eso rápido. ¿Okay? Nuestro horario. Tenemos un horario donde venimos a la escuela aquí en la escuela ROH 4 días a la semana. El lunes, martes, jueves y viernes empezamos a las 8 de la mañana hasta las 10:05. Esa es la sesión 1. De 11:20 a 1:25, la sesión 2. Y luego de 1:35 a 2:35, nuestros estudiantes que han decidido quedarse con el aprendizaje a distancia, ellos se les va a proveer su tiempo de 1:35 a 2:35. Al igual, muchos de los maestros están ajustando sus horarios, entonces tiene que haber comunicación entre los padres y los estudiantes, especialmente para la educación a distancia. Y los miércoles es un poco diferente. Muchos de los maestros están balanceando el aprendizaje a distancia y los estudiantes que tenemos aquí en el plantel. Entonces, vamos a usar los miércoles como día de planificación. Entonces, mayormente en la mañana los maestros se juntarán con los estudiantes para poder darles un poco de instrucción, darles las tareas y dejarlos que ellos hagan su trabajo y luego los maestros siguen con su planificación. So our schedule looks a little like this. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days a week. We've got 2 sessions and a distance learning session. So session 1, of course, will go from 8 to 10:05. Then we have a little break there in the middle, and that allows our staff to clean. Then from 11:20 to 1:25, we have our session number 2. And then we have our distance learning time. Please, the teachers will actually be reaching out to our distance learning students and adjusting any of that as they see fit for their students. And so if you keep constant communication with our teachers, they will let you know exactly how they're adjusting any of this. On Wednesday is actually a day that we're using to do a deeper cleaning here on site. But it is also a day that our teachers are using to do their lesson planning. Right now, what we're doing is we're teaching our online students and trying to keep them in the game. And then we're also teaching our students who are on site. And so, we're trying to balance both of those ends there. And so Wednesdays, we're dedicating our time to doing the planning behind all of that. So we'll start with an 8 o'clock class, and teachers will take attendance. They'll talk to the students about what it is that they want them to do, and then they will send them on the way for asynchronous work. And then the teacher has that time to be able to plan their lessons for the other days, including that Wednesday.
Ms.
Any
Espinosa,
questions on that?
Well, not on that, but there is something about, do they need to bring the computer?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. So we do need our Chromebooks. So that's super important. We do need to be able to bring the computers onto campus unless your teacher tells you anything different. So again, there needs to be a lot of communication with our teachers as they are also able to adjust things as far as what they need from their students. And so as a school site, we are saying, yes, we need our Chromebooks here on site. They need to be coming fully charged, and then teachers will make adjustments on that as well as we need. Yes. Anything else, Ms. Vallejo?
No, but maybe say it in Spanish because it was a Spanish question.
Muy bien, entonces las computadoras que tienen los estudiantes, nosotros como escuela estamos diciendo sí, ocupamos que los estudiantes traigan sus computadoras a la escuela, necesitan estar cargadas antes de traerlas a la escuela, carguen esas computadoras listas para el aprendizaje aquí en la escuela. Claro, cada maestro también puede dar diferente instrucción acerca de si van a ocupar las computadoras o no las van a ocupar, pero yo diría para empezar con esa rutina de traer las computadoras, deberíamos de empezar con esa rutina porque creo para el año que entra vamos a estar siguiendo esta rutina de que los estudiantes se llevan ese recurso a la casa y luego lo regresan el próximo día y así pueden ellos seguir con este hábito de desarrollar más con el uso de las computadoras.
So, Ms. Espinosa, there's another question from Ms. Moreno Guzman. She's asking, so do they have to log back as soon as they get home or till 1:35?
No. So good question. So so this distance learning time here is just for the students who didn't come for session 1 and didn't come for session 2. So if a parent opted to just stay for distance learning, then that's when they're logging in here from 1:35 to 2:35. Entonces, buena pregunta. La pregunta fue que si los estudiantes en cuanto llegan a la casa a la 1:25, que si es que se tienen que ingresar a la 1:35 para empezar con esta clase aquí. La respuesta es no. Entonces, cada sesión es una sesión diferente. El único tiempo donde toda la clase va a estar junta de nuevo serán los miércoles de 8 a 8:40. So the only time that the whole class will be together, again, will be on Wednesdays from 8 to 8:40. So that'll be a nice treat for everybody. Anything else, Ms. Vallejo?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'll go on. All right, so of course we continue with learning, and of course it's not a whole lot of time to do a lot, but we've gotten so much done. I think even with the amount of time that we've been online, that to be able to have our students on site, I think we'll be able to move along a little faster, having them right here in front of us. And so our focus will be on social emotional learning. So we are wanting to be able to build a relationship with students. It's been difficult for so many of our students, and some of them have hated it. They've hated school because this isn't how they learn. And so and for our teachers, it's been a challenge because this isn't how they teach. And so a lot of interaction in the classroom has been missing. And so we want to take the time to rekindle that love of learning, and for our teachers, the love of teaching. And then make sure that we continue to build on the friendships that we've formed while online. A lot of our students know each other and have known each other for a really long time. Now they know a little bit more about each other because we've been able to get into people's homes. And so, it is a time where we'll be able to come, and it's exciting to be able to see each other and continue to build on that. One of the things that our teachers here are hardened from the beginning, one of the challenges that we've had is to teach writing, to see student writing, and then to be able to, on the spot, give that feedback that students need. And so to be able to say, tell me more about that, or, walk through and be able to, correct something. That's something that has really been missing for us. And so we will take some time and focus on that and kind of blend our social emotional learning with our writing, so we can write about what's it been like for you, and then be able to share that with our whole class. So just talk about our experiences and be able to express that and know how to express that in writing. We will always continue to focus on literacy and language development. And so our Hardin is very fortunate and very unique in that we have an intervention team that is dedicated to reading instruction. And so we're going to continue to explore ways to access our students and continue to build on their reading. And so that will be something that we'll continue to do. Language development is always at the forefront, so we will work through that. Writing, of course, is huge for language development because exactly the way we write, for many of our students, it's how we speak. And so we are able to make corrections with language through writing. And so they'll all interconnect, and we'll continue to work through it. So we'll continue to have an academic focus with our priority being on building ourselves back up. El enfoque académico, seguimos pues con nuestro enfoque en desarrollar más en las áreas académicas. El enfoque pues será en lo social, lo emocional, que es algo pues que en esta experiencia, tanto nosotros como adultos y nuestros estudiantes, pues ha sido algo diferente. Hemos crecido, pero a la vez también ha sido muy difícil. Entonces vamos a tomar esta oportunidad para seguir con el entusiasmo del aprendizaje. Entonces, también formar esas amistades que hemos formado por medio de la pantalla, seguir pues con esas amistades y poder hablar y vernos y tener algo más concreto. Tenemos también un enfoque en la escritura. Muchos de nuestros maestros han tenido esa preocupación de que no han podido ver realmente la escritura de nuestros estudiantes y poder hacer corregir esas áreas donde los estudiantes ocupan. Entonces, poder en ese momento corregir, darles sugerencias. Entonces, es algo que han querido los maestros, es una oportunidad que van a tener. También seguiremos con nuestro enfoque en el desarrollo de la lectura y el desarrollo del idioma. Entonces, es algo que podemos nosotros juntar todas estas áreas académicas y escribir acerca de cómo es que nos sentimos, cuál ha sido nuestra experiencia. Aparte de eso, poder también enfocarnos en el idioma. Lo estoy escribiendo bien o lo estoy escribiendo tal como hablo. Entonces, poder corregir esos errores de el hablar usando la escritura. Preguntas acerca de eso.
Ms. Espinosa, we have 3 questions. Somebody quiere saber qué es lo más pronto que podemos dejar los niños en la mañana.
Muy buena pregunta. Ahora, como los estudiantes no van a poder ir a usar el plantel el área donde pues juegan, inmediatamente van a entrar a los salones. vamos a abrir las puertas empezando a las 7:45. Entonces, no más temprano de eso puede venir a dejar los estudiantes. Entonces, si empieza a las 8, entonces a las 7:45 empezamos a abrir las puertas y es porque, claro, tenemos que revisar la temperatura de cada estudiante y así empezamos a entrar los estudiantes para que para las 8, algunos pues van a entrar un poquito más tarde, pero vamos a empezar tenemos 4 puertas donde vamos a estar que los estudiantes puedan entrar. Tenemos videos que vamos a compartir con ustedes por medio del Class Dojo, explicando la entrada. Todos los maestros esta semana van a estar mostrándoles a los estudiantes estos videos para que ellos vean las instrucciones de cómo es que van a entrar, cómo es que se les va a revisar la temperatura, cómo es que vamos a salir de la escuela. Entonces, hay videos que hemos puesto nosotros también de nuestra parte para poder explicar todo eso. So, we've got some videos that we have put together, and they explain pretty much our process of how we will be arriving on site, how we will be checking temperatures, and then the pickup. And so all of that is explained. We'll put it onto our Class Dojo so you're able to see them as well. But our teachers will be showing those videos to our students this week so that they're ready to go for next week. And so we do want to be really careful not to drop off students any earlier than, if you start at 8 o'clock, no earlier than 7:45, we'll start to bring students on. And that's because we'll check their temperatures, and actually our teachers' doors will open at 7:50. So those first few students coming in will be checking their temps and bringing them on the site. So that'll be set up for us. Anything else, Ms. Vallejo?
Yes, I have 2 more questions. So a parent wants to know, will path groups continue in some way?
So for some of our students, that is our goal. Mm-hmm. It is our goal that we will be able to provide our reading instruction to our students. And so our intervention team, actually they met today, they're meeting again tomorrow, and what they're working on is trying to put some groups together that they're able to service both here on site and online. And so yes, more to come on that. And it really is, we've got to let the dust settle of parents deciding whether they're coming AM, PM, or distance learning. So once all of that settles, they'll be able to put some groups together and continue to support our students there. We do want to focus a lot of our attention on our lower grades, of course, as they are developing their reading skills right now. So.
And then we have one more question. Will speech therapy continue to be online?
It is. So a lot of our therapies will continue to be online. There are, I think, our speech and language therapists, they will make a few exceptions for some students that need to be right there with them, but that's an extreme case. So they will continue to service students in a virtual manner. So yeah.
All right, and that's it so far.
Okay, I'll go on here. All right, so again, really, we want to continue to ensure quality education here at R.O. Hardin, and of course, our safety here on our campus will always continue to be our top priority. If you've got any questions, any concerns, anything that we can do for you, I should have put my email on here, but it is on our website. I am pretty quick at emailing people back. And but you can call our office, our secretaries. They're, if they don't have the answer, they'll usually talk to us and we can get an answer. And sometimes we've never done this before, so a lot of it we're having to figure out. So we do welcome your questions, because we want to prepare. We want to make sure that we're ready to go. So yeah. We also we have our yard supervisors that will be here on campus most of the day, and that's to help with students that have to go to the restroom. They'll be manning those restrooms and making sure that there's the washing of the hands, and then of course just kind of manning how many students go into the restrooms. So we'll have a little bit of that. Queremos que se sientan siempre con confianza de poder, pues, comunicarse con nosotros. Si usted me manda correo electrónico a mí o la señora Vallejo, pues nosotros luego queremos estar contestándole las preguntas. Hay muchas veces que tal vez si no sabemos la respuesta, andamos buscando cómo es que podemos solucionar algo, cualquier problema. Entonces, si usted nos hace preguntas, nos da oportunidad a nosotros poder prepararnos. Entonces, mándenos esas preguntas por medio del correo electrónico que está en el sitio de nuestra red, o nos puede llamar aquí a la oficina. Aquí las secretarias le contestan las preguntas, o si no tienen ellas la respuesta, vienen, hablan con nosotros, y hay veces que nos ponemos pues ahí, ¿a qué haremos y cómo le haremos? Pero es nada más de esa manera, pues si ustedes nos hacen esas preguntas, que nosotros podemos estar preparándonos o buscándole solución. Muy bien. Entonces, pues si no hay preguntas o no hay llamadas, si quedamos bien, pues terminamos. ¿Sí?
Does anybody have any other questions you want to type in the chat?
We'll give you another minute here.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think we're done.
Yeah, and like I said, I will post those videos onto our class dojo. And if you're not part of the RO Hardin dojo page here, you want to make sure that you get yourself on dojo so that you're able to just catch up on what we're doing here at RO Hardin. I'll go ahead and present that screen here so you're able to see what we do here on dojo. Just a sec here. If I can get there, just a sec here. Oh, out there. There it is. All right. So here's our dojo, and on our dojo here, we've got this is the message I just sent out a bit ago, and this is our announcement. Our newsletters, we'll usually post them on there, so that's our April newsletter there. And then here's a few pictures. We took some pictures of our classrooms that are available, that right now are pretty much ready. Our custodians set up the desks so that they're all 6 feet apart. And so, so those pictures are available there on our class dojo. And so that's just kind of a little sneak peek of what students will walk into. And so anyway, so if you're not part of Class Dojo, please join. It's great. All of our teachers here are part of Class Dojo, and so you're able to see here, pretty much this is how they're able to communicate directly with many of you, which is a huge advantage for us.
So there's one question from Miss Ortiz. She's asking if the 5th graders will have a graduation, but we don't do that here for 5th grade. You have to wait till 8th grade.
Yeah, and so last year what we did is, I know that Miss Burnell and Mr. Guzman, they actually did like little parting gifts for our 5th graders. So I know that we'll probably look into doing something like that. where we put together parting gifts for our 5th graders as we send them off to our middle schools. And so that'll be something that that we talk about what we do for them. We also did a little video, like a parting video, and then our Rancho and Mays principals, they did a welcome video. So it was just kind of a string of videos that we put together, and some of the students said their goodbyes to their teachers, to their friends. So it ended up being pretty good. But yeah, so we'll work on something like that. And if you've got any ideas, then please let us know.
Email us. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right.
All right. Well, that is it for us. Thank you so much for watching and for being part of our school. And we're very grateful for your partnership in all of this distance learning stuff. And again, it has not been an easy trek for any of us. It's been completely new, but we've learned together, we've grown together, and we'll continue to do so. And so have a good evening, everybody. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us. Bye.